So what do you tell a woman with two black eyes? Nothing. You already told her twice. Boom! Domestic violence jokes. Welcome back to Nonsense. I'm your host, FM Bob. Nonsense the podcast on a Thursday. How's your Thursday going? Hopefully it's going better than my entire week, because my entire week has just been just a whole lot of You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, I'm just checking in on you on a Thursday, man. Hope you enjoyed that previous episode, the beginning of a 4-piece trilogy with Invincible. We shot the shit. We talked about a lot. We eventually get to the debate of fucking Spider-Man. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we let in with a Spider-Man versus Spider-Man debate, and we got nowhere near it. And you'll got another at least episode and a half to go before you even get to that debate. So either way, stay tuned for that fucking 4-piece trilogy with Invincible. What I want to talk about, dude. I'm gonna level with you guys, the effing crew. I've literally been sitting here trying to warm up this fucking podcast for at least a fucking hour, and I have no material. Which is always the best in podcasts, isn't it? The podcasts with me being fairly ill prepared are always the best. But the reason why I stated that is I think I've gotten far into doing podcasts enough where I'm realizing it's not that I'm not good at it. It's just I have a shitty process. I have a really shitty startup process. I literally sit here and listen to tunes for a minute, try and think of some funny shit, maybe a joke or two, something to lead off the podcast, and then it's just like, whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? And then typically spawns great episodes and not great episodes. But you know what's something that's really stupid that I do? And I don't know if it's stupid, but it's weird. I make sure I brush my teeth and use mouthwash before every fucking podcast. Now, yes, brushing your teeth is definitely important. And I guess the pearly whites here. But I don't know why the mouthwash. Like, I feel like mouthwash is fucking overkill. Like, you're gonna smell my breath through the fucking microphone. You can't smell me. You have just recently started seeing me. And even when I wasn't doing video, I'd wash my face, brush my teeth, hit them with a mouthwash, and then start recording. Like, separate of me going out in the day. Like, I brush my teeth morning and night. But before podcast episodes, specifically, like, a brand new toothbrushing set. It's just like, gotta brush my teeth before a podcast. I don't know fucking why. So, weird thing I want to ask everyone. Do you guys have, like, a weird ritual that you do before something that doesn't need to be done? Like, and I don't mean weird as in, like, oh, like, I have to take a shit before I play video games. Like, I think everybody takes a shit before playing video games. You don't want to have to shit midway your video gaming time. But like this was be specifically needing to use mouthwash before I podcast, which is very strange. With no one here, mind you. It's just me, you, and a camera. And a microphone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there was no need for that. I don't barely think there was any need for the brushing of the teeth. Like, my teeth are fairly clean for the most part. These fucking fresh ass braced up teeth have been doing pretty well over the years. I don't know. I don't think I have any other weird tendencies. I typically stretch before I play video games, but I think that's a healthy fucking thing to do. I feel like everybody needs to stretch before doing shit. Come on, man, that camera was just starting to bug me. I don't know why everything is bugging me profusely today. But you know, it's just the stupid shit that I have to do. The fact that, I mean, if you guys did watch the last episode, me making sure that I brush my teeth before a podcast is a thing that I've done every episode since day one. But I don't check my audio. And obviously, because of the last episode, you guys have noticed, I was just auto-tuned the fuck out for an entire episode. Yeah, granted, it was funny, but guess what? You got 3 more of those bitches coming because I didn't double check my fucking audio before I started. If it wasn't for the videos literally sitting right in front of me, I probably wouldn't even be double checking the video. Like, I feel like I need to get much better at podcasting over some time. And there's just simple shit that I continuously fuck up. So, yeah, fuck it. Comment below. Shit that you guys fuck up on occasions for no ass reason. or things you feel like you shouldn't fuck up in your daily lives, or things that you see me fucking up on a daily basis during this podcast. Comment below. I would love to hear from you all. Um, on another podcasting note, the next movie stream is coming up first and 15th. Right now I'm only doing movie streams because it's fucking fun and why not? Nobody else is doing it, and there's no fucking dope ass games to be played right now. So yeah, I'm sticking with the movie stream. So comment below if there's any cool movies you want us to watch. I think we're gonna be watching Sharknado, possibly for this one, but look forward to a poll either tomorrow or this weekend in general. If you're following me on Twitter, you know those polls. The polls and podcasts always go up on Twitter. So follow me there to participate in polls. So there you go. The poll will be up. I'll probably have 2 movies, Sharknado and maybe one other, and if you guys get to choose. The Velocipaster stream went super well. It was super fun. Next time I gotta remember to bring snacks. I have to bring snacks to my next fucking watch along. Also, I have started to get everything reset back up, so I will be streaming fresh, brand new Bully. Bully will be streamed again because I actually want to get through that fucking game. And you guys have requested heavily that I get back to playing Bully. So Bully will be streamed soon, and the episodes will show up on YouTube as before. I'm more than likely just going to start over because it's been fucking forever, and I didn't really get that far. I remember that much. And now I'm playing on the Xbox One, so I got the Scholarship Edition. So, higher graphics, a little bit smoother gameplay, and I don't have that old-ass PS2 look anymore. So, actually streaming it will be easier. Actually playing it will be easier. So far, the only thing that my Xbox has been good for is finally playing fucking Bully, apparently. So yeah, that's that. In other news, they're making a Chip and Dale movie, and I don't know why. For those of you who aren't 90s babies like me and hopefully all of you, at least 90s and maybe late 80s, Chip and Dale was a really good cartoon of our childhood. The Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I don't understand why they're rebooting it. I don't know why John Mulaney is playing Chip and or Dale. I don't remember which one, but I definitely heard his voice in the trailer. I don't feel like John Mulaney needs to play every last one of our childhood favorite characters. Mind you, John Mulaney is the same comedian who voice acted Sonic in the Sonic movies. Again, kudos to him. He's a cool dude, very funny guy. If you want to find something that to me is one of John Mulaney's best bits from his comedy special, look up What's New Pussycat. That's all you really have to do. John Mulaney, What's New Pussycat. I don't know if there's another phrase for the term for that bit, but that bit entirely is fucking hilarious. So yeah, definitely check that out. But the Chip and Dale movie, I watched the trailer. I watched it a couple times. I don't know who this movie's for because there's Seth Rogen. Which one is it? I want to say it's Seth Green. Seth Green is the fucking weed dude. He's in it. There's like shitty CGI. They CGI'd one of the fucking chipmunks, and the other one's still in cartoonish form. There's jokes in here that I'm like, these are not kids' jokes. This is not for kids. But this seems like it's like half-ass geared towards us, half-ass geared towards millennial, like the young millennials and Gen Zers. I don't know who this movie's for. And I'm starting to think the reboot game has gone too far now. They're rebooting shit that they have no business rebooting. And I feel like our generation is finally kind of just putting a slow stop to this shit. Because when they rebooted Sonic, we literally bullied them into fixing it. Because we didn't mind the Sonic movie. The movie didn't seem bad. It was the fact that they just fucked up everything else. Sonic looked ridiculous. We had no idea why they were playing Coolio in the background. Nothing really just matched up. So we just kind of bitch yelled until they fixed it. I felt like Chip and Dale, there's no fixing. The cartoon was great. The cartoon was nostalgic. Leave it alone. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes you just don't need to reboot everything and bring our hearts back into it. Maybe just throw it on Disney Plus or some shit where we could just watch it again. I just love the theme song. The theme song was dope. Everything just doesn't need a reboot. That's all I'm saying. So, to the makers of Chip and Dale, the reboot movie, good luck. I definitely won't be watching it. There's nothing in it for me. There's a handful of goofy jokes here and there, but I think movies like this kind of put their best foot forward in their trailers, and it's pretty much downhill from there. So I'm not gonna even bother. I am still looking forward to the next Sonic movie, um, just because the first one was really good, and I kind of want to see what happens. But it's definitely reached a point where I'm slowly not wanting to care anymore. You know, and that's due to the first movie being out so long ago, which wasn't even that long ago, but it was long enough where shit's changed in our lives. You know, that shit was pre-pandemic, mind you. Um, so I'm. It's been long enough where I'm slowly not caring, but not long enough where I'm just not like I'm not over the first one. The first one was good. I enjoyed it. It was nice and nostalgic. I feel like it's just a cash grab at this point, which is fine. I mean, good. Sonic makes money. Make us a solid game. How about that instead of another fucking movie? Jim Carrey's great in it. John Mulaney does a good job. I don't think anybody else is necessary. I'm definitely looking forward to Knuckles, seeing how Knuckles is gonna interact with everybody. Tails is finally there. I'm sure it's not too much further off with the third movie. There's gonna be Shadow, Amy, and all the rest of the characters showing up. All good stuff. Looking forward to it. I just feel like at some point it's gonna have to stop real soon because it's definitely just gonna slowly take a turn for the worse. That I'm gonna feel like it's more of a cash grab than genuinely like looking to make a good movie, I guess you should say. Um, and again, that's just how the reboot game works. Some movies are great with when they reboot it, some aren't. The newest Ghostbusters, I feel like was a great reboot. I'm glad that they did it this way. They paid homage to the older movies, the older characters. They brought everybody back at one point. Spoilers, I guess you could say, but I mean the trailers tell you even that much. That they actually reincorporated some of the old characters back into it. Great way to redo the movie. Great way to bring in a new generation of people who could either be nostalgic of the old movies, but looking forward to maybe seeing more of the new Ghostbusters. I don't see them not making any new Ghostbusters, but either way, if they do, they don't. Great way to just bring it in, rehash it, reboot it, and be done with it. Um, but yeah, that's about it on the movie game. I'm 50-50 on the movie game. There's a handful of other movies coming out that I'm movies and or TV shows. I know Lord of the Rings is getting like an Amazon Prime thing, which is not a bad thing. I don't think it's great. I love the Lord of the Rings as for what it was. The Hobbit movies were great. Um, but yeah, I don't really see them having to force feed us more Lord of the Rings, you know? But it remains to be seen. I haven't seen the new Book of Boba yet, but I've continuously heard that they brought the Mandalorian back in it, and now there's scenes with Grogu. I honestly think they only did that because Mandalorian. Boba Fett's slightly boring. As much as we want to believe we loved Boba Fett was probably the most boring character. One of the more boring characters in the series. Jango Fett was actually more interesting than Boba Fett, and that's at least because he had a much cooler backstory. Boba got no screen time in the movies. He was only introduced in the holiday special that nobody remembers, and then he dies almost instantly in the third movie. So I don't think people really care about Boba Fett as much as we want to pretend we do. But that's just me. I'm just being honest. Um, so yeah, how about this? We take a quick commercial break because I got some sports stuff I want to talk about, and then I'll be back. So I'll catch you in a little bit. Peace out. And we are back. Welcome back to Nonsense. Hopefully, get some decent commercials. If not, I apologize. But there's nothing I can do about it. I need money. Anyway, so the Super Bowl, because I realized I've done what, 4 episodes, and not discussed the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was incredibly boring. From the commercials down to the halftime show, I won't say was boring. It was better and underwhelming at the same time. So, but before I get that far, I want to talk about something that's been bugging me about football in general. And you guys have heard me rant 1,000 times over about fucking football. Football, yes, 100%. I don't care what anybody says, is much softer than it used to be. It's not as interesting as it used to be. It's outright just dead as hell. The one thing two things that bug me. One, it seems like the game, and I know it's the Super Bowl, but the game is so unimportant during the Super Bowl. Between the $1 million ads that are ran and 15 different openings to the fucking game. I don't have no idea why The Rock was there. The Rock literally showed up and did the finally The Rock has. I don't care. I want to watch football. The Rock is Dwayne Johnson is a failed NFL player. Most of you guys don't realize that. He tried to make it to the NFL. I think he made it to the NFL. Let's take a look. If I'm not mistaken, Dwayne himself made it to the NFL. Let's take a look. How do you spell Dwayne? Dwayne NFL. Let's see. You keep talking about him in the XFL. It looks like he was in a Dolphins jersey. No, that's New Rock, so get the fuck out of here with that. I love how they try to... I'm going to show you guys this shit. They try to CG his ass. There we go. There you go. That's fucking Rocky Maivia right there. It looks like he was just a prospect. I don't see him in an uniform. I know he played in high school or college. But I don't see him in an NFL. NFL football career. No, he went undrafted. Dwayne Johnson went undrafted in 1995, so he couldn't even fucking make it. Trash. And the reason why I'm upset is, as much as I'm again grateful that he made it to the NFL, but Brock Lesnar and Terry Crews both made it to the NFL. So both of those motherfuckers were good enough to make it to the NFL, but your fucking hero, Dwayne Johnson, couldn't make it. I'm just going to say he's a little more trash than most people want to give him credit for, but hey, it is what it is. So finally, The Rock made it to an NFL field. That's maybe what he should have said in the opening of the fucking Super Bowl. But that's neither here nor there. So the whole opening of the Super Bowl, I didn't give a shit. The outcome of the Super Bowl, I felt was scripted. And I normally don't go along the lines of saying that the game is fixed. But it seems like the game was so sloppy that it was unbearable. I feel like it was just lined up for LA to win. And again, I understand LA was even the better team technically. But both teams were unnecessarily sloppy in the Super Bowl game. It was definitely... There was no high point moments. There was no fucking go-ahead moves. There was no risky anything. Everything was just by the books, textbook. We'll do kind of what we did to get here and nothing more. And I'm just like, this is kind of fucking bad. The fact that LA couldn't even get a runoff. I think the LA couldn't even get like a solid run game going until pretty much the end of the fourth quarter. And it's like, dude, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. The best player on LA was a retiring lineman. It's like, come on, man. Like I'm not here to watch this. Where's the dope? Fucking Odell was hurt. So I didn't even get any great, offensive plays from Odell. And even when he was on the field for what little time he was, I think he had maybe 2-3 catches total. So it's just like, I don't know, man. I felt like the whole game was just dry for no ass reason. But again, I mean, you tell me how you feel about it. Because to me, it was dry. Now let's talk about the better thing. The two better things. The commercials. The commercials across the board were kind of stale. They weren't bad. They weren't good. I know the two commercials that everybody was kind of up in arms about was the Black People Google Camera Pixel thing. I hate to say it. This should be enough evidence for you. It's very difficult to do lighting for black people. I know a lot of people are like, oh, those photos were shit because they were in bad lighting. I have 2 ring lights. I have ceiling lights, and it seems like I'm always in bad lighting. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. Either I'm oily in the face, and again, I wash my face profusely and scrub it. There's dark spots no matter where I am, and I have lights everywhere. I literally have lights all over the place, and if there's too many lights, then it's fucking bright white. So, lighting is difficult. So, if there's a fucking camera that can make lighting easier, then yes, like, support the fucking camera. The Google Pixel's that camera. By all means, the Google Pixel's that camera. I don't see why everybody was up in arms about it. It wasn't like a Black Lives Matter thing or a Google cares about black people type thing. It's like, no, it's just difficult for black people to take pictures sometimes. Lighting's not always our friend. Just like sometimes lighting is overly used for certain photos for certain people. There's no real good balance sometimes, and for black people, it really ain't. I've taken pictures outdoors, and I look like a fucking black spot in the camera. You know what I mean? While everybody else looks good. If you look at like my medieval time photos, like those had really good lighting, and I just look like a black spot in the movie in the middle of it. It is how it is, man. So shout out to Google for making a camera that actually works for black people. How about that? Instead of shitting on them, let's give them a little bit of props, man. Good shit on Google, man. I'm still not gonna buy one. I already purchased my Samsung S22 Ultra. Should be here in another couple weeks. My girlfriend Kelly, she got her 22 plus. It's pretty dope. I love the camera on it, so I'm hoping my camera's just as good. Here's hoping, you know what I mean? And with all the new integration and fucking finally just discarding all of Samsung's proprietary bullshit and finally incorporating themselves a little more with Google, I'm 100% in for. So good shit on Samsung. We're finally just breaking away from the Samsung only everything to a healthy blend of both Samsung and Google. They already did it with the watch, and the watch is dope. Now they're doing it with the phones, and I expect the phones to be just as dope. And on top of fucking finally getting apps to integrate with them better. So now TikTok and all of that shit. So guess what? As soon as I get my fucking phone, TikToks are coming fast and fucking furious. Because I don't have to worry about camera quality. Mind you, the few TikToks I made had to be made with my own camera. Like the camera on the phone separately through the camera app and then re-upload it into TikTok. So the camera quality didn't just diminish out of fucking nowhere. So yeah. I'm happy with all the things that are coming for that. So yeah, Google's commercial was pretty dope. And I know everybody was up in arms about that for some odd reason. I mean, people just choose every reason under the sun to be pissed off, and I don't understand why half of the time. So they stop finding goofy shit to be pissed off about. So that was one of them, and for the life of me, I can't think of the other one. But either way, it was not that big of a deal. My favorite commercial was the Larry Elder commercial, which was super dope, where he was just traveling through time. It wasn't traveling through time, but it was like historically him in different places, just downplaying really good things leading up to the fact that he was always right about everything and being right about cryptocurrency or something. It was something stupid. It was a dumbass commercial, but I just enjoyed it because there was one bit where he was there during the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and he made a joke saying that all people have rights. Everybody has right to vote, even the stupid ones. I thought that was a nice shot towards both sides, funnily enough. It wasn't, the left making fun of the right or the right making fun of the left. It's just people are dumb and shit. Maybe not everybody needs all the rights. It's funny. I know he probably doesn't mean anything by it. It's just a joke. Let jokes be jokes. I'm sure people will find it any reason under the sun to attack one side of the aisle versus the other, and it wasn't even meant to be that. It was just a fucking goofy joke. I also like that the E-Trade baby came back. The E-Trade baby came back out of obscurity, and that was fucking awesome. Because I remember the E-Trade baby from when I was a kid, and he was, buying and trading stocks as a little baby in his crib. And he was like, boom, I just bought stocks. It was really funny. And now they caught the baby on a fucking golf course type shit and brought him back and said, hey man, people are trusting TikTok for, fucking stock trades and shit like that. So they're like, yeah, man, bring back the baby. I trust the baby. Obviously, I should trust the baby. And baby's out there fucking golfing right now, and I can't even afford a home. So, yeah, man, hook me up with some stock options. By the way, if you guys want to support me and this podcast, don't forget buy merch. By the way, got one of the new shirts coming on. I got the Danny shirt on today. And don't forget you got your mugs and cups and stuff like that. Please buy all of that stuff. That stuff's actually really dope. I enjoy having my own fucking dope shirts. If I can get a beanie, I'm getting a beanie next. I will start working on maybe designing a beanie next. Maybe throw me some ideas. I have three new shirt designs coming actually. So be on the lookout for those as well. Please continue to buy this stuff and then look forward to buying some new stuff. All proceeds come back to making this podcast bigger and better and shit, moving me out of the hood so I can live the life of luxury in the suburbs and pay for a house. Because who wouldn't want to do that, man? Anyway, so yeah, that was the Super Bowl everything to me, the game being born. The commercials not as cracked up as they normally are, and I love Super Bowl commercials with a passion. I used to do Super Bowl commercials used to be so like fucking dope that it made me buy Old Spice. I used to be an Axe guy. Thankfully, I grew up, and then I went to Irish Spring, and thankfully, I grew up again. And then I switched over to Old Spice, even though Old Spice isn't so too much better, but it definitely has a more adult smell to it. And if it wasn't for Terry Crews and the odor blocker commercials of the past, um, hands down my favorite commercials of all time. And when they did the Super Bowl ones where he was sneaking into other commercials to sell Old Spice body wash, fucking phenomenal, man. Absolutely fucking phenomenal. Um, I don't know if I can watch shit like that on here, but maybe I probably couldn't do it for YouTube, but maybe on Twitch. We'll watch some Super Bowl commercials and stuff on Twitch when I do my 1st and 15th. So the 1st is coming up. Make sure you tune in 7 p.m. Yeah, I might do some of that. That'll be fucking fun. But yeah, no, the commercials were lackluster for the most part. But the halftime show was pretty dope. I actually kind of enjoyed it. Seeing Snoop out there, 50 Cent hanging his fat ass upside down like a fucking fat bat. That was kind of dope. But again, just more so, I was just more disappointed in the music. The music selection could have been better, I think. I really didn't want to hear Eminem fucking do Lose Yourself for the millionth fucking time. I get it. It was the safest song he could do. I feel like he could have got away with anything else. Maybe do Slim Shady. Maybe do Without Me. Anything but that song. I've heard that song too much. I don't care about your mom's spaghetti. I hope that restaurant failed for him. Did you know I'm trying to open up a restaurant called Mom's Spaghetti? Absolutely fucking dumb. I get it, like it's mean and shit like that, but did you really think that was a good idea for a pop-up shop selling Mom's Spaghetti? Come on, dude. Come on. You're better than this, Eminem. You're better than this. I want to believe you're better than this. Don't do that to me. Fucking 50 Cent sold water to Coke. And you're out here selling spaghetti. Like, come on. Come on, dude. But yeah, no, the halftime show was dope. Actually, I think about it, I did talk about the halftime show a little bit with Kelly. But either way, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad. I really enjoyed Kendrick Lamar's bit. Kendrick Lamar's section was really dope. Snoop was out there in a whole ass blue bandana outfit. I don't know what the fuck he was smoking when he put that on. But obviously he was smoking because he wouldn't do anything less before he hopped his ass out there. But yeah, the show was dope. I wasn't complaining about it. It was nice. It was, stage performance. I really want more of this kind of halftime show. And what I mean by this kind of halftime show is not hip hop per se, but actual fan favorite music. Let me see if I can find a list real quick. List of Super Bowl halftime shows. Let's see. Super Bowl halftime shows. There we go. Thank you, Google. Who played the last set of fucking halftime shows? Because that's what I think is the problem. They just haven't been on point with the halftime shows in a while. So let's go all the way back to the most recent. So yeah, you had Dre, Eminem, Snoop, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar. I think that was dope. Previous year was The Weeknd. Previous year before that, Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. Like, you see what I mean already? This is really poppy bullshit that nobody wants to really listen to. Special guest Bad Bunny, J Balvin. Like, who the fuck are these people, dude? Like, get the fuck out of here. Before that, Maroon 5. Is any of this hyping you up for football, mind you? This is a football fucking game. None of this shit hypes me up for football. Maroon 5, Travis Scott, Big Boy, Justin Timberlake, Lady Gaga, Coldplay, Katy Perry, Bruno Mars. So far, have you been hyped up yet? This is a sporting event. Are you hyped? No. Bruno Mars, Beyonce, Madonna, the Black Eyed Peas, The Who. Like, come on, dude. Bruce Springsteen, Tom Petty and the Heartbreaks, Prince, The Rolling Stones, Paul McCartney. This is 2005. I have not read you oh shit, that was dope. Before that, Jessica Simpson, Janet Jackson, P. Diddy, Nelly, Kid Rock, Justin Timberlake. That was the infamous titty episode. Before that, Shauna Twain, No Doubt, U2, Aerosmith, NSYNC, Phil Collins, Christina Aguilera, Enrique Iglesias. Like, who are these fucking people? Like, where's the fucking performance? Everyone's like, this is the musical event of the year. And I have not read you one person you actually gave a fuck about yet. Let's be honest. Out of all of these people, who have you got? Boys to Men, Queen Latifah, Smokey Robinson. These are not hit headliners, dude. ZZ Top. ZZ Top played the halftime show. Diana Ross. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Indiana Jones? Indiana Jones did the fucking halftime show? In 95? I gotta look that shit up. You shitting me right now? Fucking Rockin' Country Sunday. Michael Jackson, hands down, is the last one I've given a shit about so far. 1993. The Super Bowl halftime show is a fucking joke. There's not been one good halftime show since 1993, all the way up. And even then, Michael Jackson is not my go-to choice for football. I'm still scrolling back. Literally, absolutely. Disney characters. Small World Tribute. The Peanuts. Like, what? What? Mickey Rooney. Yeah, so there you go. Halftime show's been trash for fucking ever. Like, literally, this is the last one. And again, I'm not shitting on these other, like, I understand people know these other fucking people. So, like, people know The Weeknd. The Weeknd isn't headliner material. I'm sorry. He's not headlining the fucking Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying. Like, I want to get amped up. I want to fucking party. I want to feel like I'm amped a little bit. My energy's already riding high from a fucking football game, or should be. And you just brought it all the way to the fuck back now. Like, really, dude. I don't want to listen to Starboy. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck is going on here? Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want old ass fucking Jennifer Lopez and fucking crackle mouth Shakira singing at my halftime show. Are you fucking shitting me with this? Maroon 5? No one likes Maroon 5. Only white women like Maroon 5. I don't know a dude on this earth that loves Maroon 5. If you're a dude on this planet right now and loves Maroon 5, comment below so you can unfollow me right after. Don't even listen to the rest of this podcast, because I fucking hate Maroon 5, and I feel like everybody should hate Maroon 5. If you like Maroon 5 and you're a male, comment below so I know who you are, so I can smack you. I want to smack you personally. Justin Timberlake, I kind of get, but not this Justin Timberlake. Not fucking Rock Your Body, Sexy Back, Senorita. Like, that's not what I want at my halftime show. That's not what I want at the Super Bowl. And definitely not fucking Lady Gaga. Mind you, if I'm not mistaken, one of these years, Metallica did their own halftime show. Too heavy for halftime. Because they wouldn't let a band as literally well known as Metallica play the fucking halftime show. Metallica's more known than everybody that I've read halfway through here. From people who grew up with them in the 80s to people who grew to love them in the 90s. From everyone who grew to hate them in the 2000s and then re-loved them recently. Metallica's been known, more widely known than any other band that I've ever mentioned here. Has probably sold just as many, if not more, albums across the world than any of these people. Have actually managed to play a show on all 7 continents. They played a show in Antarctica, and you won't let them play a show at fucking halftime? But you let fucking Lady Gaga play? And again, nothing against her. I'm not saying she's a terrible, not my cup of tea for music. But goddammit, not for the halftime show. Not for the fucking halftime show. Music epicenter. Coldplay? You let Coldplay fucking play? Are you shitting me? Get the fuck out of here, dude. You're a disgrace. Mind you, you let Bruno Mars headline over the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I can almost let Red Hot Chili Peppers get away with doing a halftime show, but you fucking headlined it with Bruno Mars, so absolutely get the fuck out of here, dude. The halftime show is a sham. This has been the first time the halftime show has been any goddamn good since Michael Jackson in 1993. Prove me wrong. Change my mind if you want to, but I don't think you fucking can. I'm gonna stick to my guns on that one. So yeah, the halftime show this year was great, and this conversation is not to knock this year's halftime show. This year is to mock every previous halftime show before it, man. And that's my word on it, dude. If you feel like all those Super Bowl halftime shows are so goddamn good, go back and watch them, because I bet money that this last halftime show with Snoop has been the most rewatched halftime show of all time. Other than maybe Janet Jackson having a titty pulled out. But that's not for the fucking music, that's for a fucking titty. Get the fuck out of here, man. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about that, man. The halftime show was just interesting, but just not good enough, dude. And to follow all of this trashness up, to follow all of this shit up, before I get to that, I'm going to cut to commercial, and then I'll get to that. How about that? Because I'm on a roll, but I need to get that ad revenue. So let's cut to one more commercial, and I'll be back fairly soon with more nonsense. I'll catch you in a minute. All right, welcome back to more nonsense. I'm still your host. You guys are still the most, the effing crew. I like that. That's actually pretty smooth. So yeah, back to the halftime show. I have a minor fix for the halftime show. Just a minor fix. I feel like we should not switch up or poll for artists, or because a lot of people are like, they need to start polling for who we want to see at the Super Bowl. No more of that. I feel like they should just do this, and it's super simple. They should just switch up genres every year, because you're never gonna make everybody happy with who you send to the Super Bowl, because everybody gets alienated. They've done pop for way too long. This is the first year they've done hip hop. They just need to switch up the genres. So let's just do 4 major genres and just alternate between. And let's just pick one band or one group or one person from each genre. So then everybody at least gets a chance or an opportunity to hit it. So this last year's been hip hop. And I think they did a very good job. Everything previous to that has been pop. So pop gets to wait. You get to wait now. So let's go pop, rock. Or pop, hip hop, rock, country. And then circle back around. Pop, hip hop, rock, country. I think that's fair to amongst everybody. Because I feel like country, to a certain degree, has been kind of alienated from this list. ZZ Top, again. I don't know if that's rock or country, but they're on here. I feel like there's a handful of country dudes that want to listen to some decent country music. Give them a fucking chance. Give them a fucking chance. One shot for the Super Bowl, you know? I'm cool with that. Fucking throw some Kid Rock in there, some shit. That's a mix of both. There's been no chance for other people to enjoy the halftime show. Everybody watches the halftime show. Everybody watches the Super Bowl for the commercials. Let's get everybody a chance to enjoy it. So, and again, you don't have to go ignorantly heavy for like rock or rap. I'm not saying you have to do gangster rap. They did the right choice by picking, safer options for hip hop. And I'm saying the same thing for rock and country. You don't have to go deep into country. Do something that people know. Do Billy Ray Cyrus. People kind of know who the fuck he is. For rock, you don't have to go deep into metal, but do something rock-ish. You had Red Hot Chili Peppers up there. Headline them. Let's do fucking the Foo Fighters. I feel like the Foo Fighters is a solid fucking choice to headline the Super Bowl. Why haven't they headlined the Super Bowl? I'm not even saying go deep down the list. I would love to see Korn. I would love to see Slipknot and Metallica. Fucking anybody. But not the same poppy bullshit year in and year out. Let them take a break and come back around. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. I feel like that would be at least a fair chance at changing shit up. I feel like you should do a 2-pronged show. You should have a headliner and a main stager. If you want this to be the musical epicenter of the year, do somebody that's how you solve this problem too. You do somebody who's new and current, and somebody who's been there, done that in each genre. So you get the new up and coming. Next year will be the up and coming rock band and the been there, done that rock band. You do the up and coming country artist, and then the been there, done that country artist. Get back to pop. Somebody who's old, new and up and coming in pop. Somebody who's been there and done that. And then just keep cycling it. Give them both 15 minutes apiece or 30 minutes apiece to do their shit, and then be done. I think the halftime show is an hour long. Halftime is an hour during the Super Bowl. 30 minutes each. 15 minutes each. Everybody get 2-3 songs in a piece. Show ends. Move on. Did I just solve the Super Bowl for you? I think that's super simple. One new artist, one old artist. Cycle through the 3-4 major genres. And if I left you out, I apologize. But I'm just trying to get some effective change. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying this is the greatest plan in the world, but fucking every 4 years, you should have something that you like in there some fucking where. Is all I'm saying. And I think that's a fair fucking deal. And that's a fair fucking deal, dude. And you'll get more people at least watching every other year. You have more attendance to it. You'll have more people that actually give a shit. You'll have better shows in the long run. I think it's solid. So that's my 2 cents for the fucking Super Bowl. Now, the other sport that I'm profusely trying to fix, it seems like every other podcast, is the goddamn NBA. The NBA just had their All Stars weekend, and it was absolutely abysmal. They need to fix All Star weekend. The NBA is flat out fucking broken right now. No one gives a shit. No one cares about anything. The players are starting to vocalize that they don't really give a shit anymore. And All Star weekend used to be the pinnacle of the NBA season. Some people felt like All Star weekend was the kickoff to the NBA season. Everything before was just everybody getting warmed up, and then after All Star, everybody was kicking into high gear, getting ready for the playoffs. The All Star game itself is dry because nobody really cares to win. They just don't want to get hurt. And every team I understand is older and suffering injuries by this point in the season. So let's stop throwing fucking veterans in there. You know what I mean? We don't need to shoot every veteran in there. Let's let the new guys fucking get a chance. So you tried to make sure that everybody got their turn by having, a freshman, sophomore game, and then the All-Star. Let's do away with that. It's just the All-Star game now. Fuck this freshman shit. Nobody's watching that shit anyway. All-Star game. That's it. Sprinkle in a few fucking vets and let some of the mid-tier and younger guys play, man. That's it. Not these fucking super teams, man. Let's go back to the old ways of letting the fans fucking pick the teams and all that shit, or whoever the fuck was doing it before. Because this Team LeBron, Team whoever the fuck else is starting to get on my damn nerves too. But that's neither here nor there. That's not as important as mix up the players that are going, so not everybody is sitting there concerned about their fucking health. This is supposed to be a high intensity, high fun fucking weekend. And again, if you think I'm bullshitting you, look at older All-Star games. And then look at what you just seen over the weekend or the previous weekend. It's abysmal. I get it. The skill challenge and the 3-point challenge is a thing. I don't think that's bad. I just think it's been done before. They just need to change it up a little bit. Let's change up the obstacle courses. Let's change up the skills. Let's make it a little more fast-paced and entertaining. I think the skill and 3-point contest is fine. It is what it is. Let's just change it up a little bit. Let's find something to be innovative with it because it's getting stale. Now for the dunk contest. Stephen A. Smith, I love him dearly because he went off that last Monday after the All-Star weekend. He was so done with everything to do with fucking All-Star dunk contest weekend. The dunk contest I've seen clips of. It was actually very shitty. I've never seen a dunk contest that bad before in my life. There was tons of missed dunks. No dunk was actually incredible. Nothing made me jump out of my seat. Everything was just kind of like, all right, another dunk. All right, another dunk. Oh, you missed 16 to get this one basic dunk off. It's over and done with. No more NBA dunks. I am 100% with Stephen A. Smith on the fact that we need to get guys off the street. We need to get guys at the park, from the and one league. I feel like they should just slowly start merging and one and street basketball into All-Star weekend. Mind you, everybody loves street basketball. It's just not televised in any feasible means. But the lacks, I won't say lacks defense, but the more heavy emphasis on offense, heavy emphasis on style, heavy emphasis on embarrassing the other player, but making sure you get the W. It's all the things we love of fucking street basketball. The fact that people are passionate and actually give a shit. Those are the things we like. So let's remove the sophomore rookie game with a street basketball team. And you do this instead of having NBA players select the All-Star players for the All-Star game, have them select street ballers and just set up 2 sets of street ballers, a month or so early so they can practice and get good with each other and get, feel for playing with each other. And then we have a street basketball game sponsored by 2 different players. Players change up every year. Fucking dope. Let's have street ball instead of freshman sophomore game. Let's have street ballers do a dunk contest instead of NBA players doing dunk contests. Throw out some cash prizes, get some notoriety. Shit, maybe even send a handful of the players to the G League. I don't give a fuck. but do something. All-Star Weekend is terrible now. It's so fucking boring. I don't care anymore. It is slowly becoming as unimportant as NFL's All-Star fucking game. Like, no one actually watches that shit with any form of care. So that's my 2 cents. They have to fix all of this shit. The NBA is slowly becoming a dried up, no one cares fucking league. No one gives two shits about the NBA anymore. It's either 2K itself or anything else. You know what I mean? Like, no one really gives two shits about the NBA. It's slowly drying out again. And it just needs a fresh face, a fresh push, and less talk of LeBron. Like, LeBron is at his end of his career. Let the man phase out. Like, it's over and done with. We're all good with it, man. They just put him as number 2 in the top 75 players of all time. We gave him everything. I don't even think we should have gave him number 2. I feel like he's a strong number 3. I feel like still it should be Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. I think that's fair. But they want to make him number 2. That's fine. But I think that's it, man. Let's just leave all of this shit alone. Let's start revamping and getting ready for a new and better league, because the league is very dry. And the NBA is very stale, very boring right now. And there's not much more that can be done, but maybe just pumping new life into at least the All-Star Weekend. But let's get some street ballers out there, man. Let's get a street ball game going there. Let's partner up with And1, and let's get something going, man. Like, figure something the fuck out, man. There's no reason for any of this shit to be that boring. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this episode shorter. I won't say short, but shorter, because you guys got a lot of content. And Tuesday's episode, and you're getting a lot next week. So I'm cutting this episode short. So until then, I will see you guys next week on Tuesday for the first stream. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.